Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. So hope you guys had a wonderful community day for Dino, getting out with the friends, catching those shiny Dinos as well, uh, grinding for candies, starters, having so much fun, and getting also the exclusive move for of Brutal Swing on High Trigger as well. So I personally had a lot of fun with over for this community in the weekend. So hope you guys had to. So moving into the team over here that I'm going to showcase for this video is going to be the Trevenant and Walrein core. As you guys know that this core is super strong in this meta, but everyone is kind of trying to hard counter it or maybe core break it. So that is the reason I myself also tried that. So some of the super like core breakers for this team is many bulky normal types, maybe Zangoose, Lickitung, Gradient, and fighters as well. That's Primate, which can core break the Trevenant and Walrein core because of the dark coverage and some of the super destructive damage onto Walrein as well. So that is the reason I am using Trevenant in the lead and Walrein as an anchor in this team with a very bulky counter user over here, that is going to be the defense Deoxys, along with counter rock slide and psycho boost. That puts lots of effort to all the fighters along with the normal types because of the damage from counter, damage from the counter as well. So since defense Deoxys is super bulky in this meta as well, it is kind of held his back against Lickitung as well, or maybe Primate also. Okay, so that is the reason I'm using this team over here, because the actual core, although it's Trevenant and Walrein, but Walrein is a safe swap over here in this situation, along with the defense Deoxys. That is going to be my counter to some of the, whenever they swaps in normal type or maybe a fighter or maybe a ice type as well. So that is the thought process that I had with this team, because this team performed so well for me. So that is the reason I thought that this might be the best team for the RetroCup. So I ran it for one full day with in the GBL, and I got positive sets for all the battles I had with this team. So without further more delay into introduction, let's quickly jump into the battles and check out how this team performed. Hopping into the first battle, I pick up a tough lead with this Froslass over here. So Froslass, I will be outpacing it to the they will be outpacing me to the first avalanche. So that is the reason I quickly swap into my own Walrein over here to catch a avalanche which is double resisted by my Walrein. So that was a really great catch, and that is the reason they swap out into their own Gradient. So Gradient, that I've already mentioned, is kind of a super spammy, bulky and core breaker that can core break this Walrein and Trevenant core here. But since I've got access to Deoxys defense, it can put it can put so much effort into getting the damage from counter. But since I landed the earthquake over here after shielding one body slam, then I go for one icicle sphere to get the knockout, but they survive with 1 HP and a dream. So that is the reason I'm not able to get switch as well. But since I am loaded with my Trevenant over here, they comes back with their Walrein. So I'll be going for the first seed bomb over here, and I think I'll be going for the next seed bomb as well. Since they let it go, I'll be going for the next, because let's see if I can grab the first shield from my opponent, which I do, and they are staying in since I safe swapped again into my defense Deoxys, to which they goes for the earthquake, which does not do so much damage in this situation, and they have to come back with their own Froslass over here and go for the first avalanche. So I have to shield the next avalanche over here, and after building up to 1.5 rock slides, I'll be going for the next rock slide of my own, which will be getting the shield from my opponent's end, and I will be outpacing the Froslass to the next rock slide over here, which will be enough to get the knockout for this Froslass, and they comes back with their Walrein which just get countered down with my defense Deoxys. So that will be a really great battle for the first game. And now moving into the next battle, I pick up a tough lead over here with my Trevenant here as well, because they will be putting so much effort with these Altaria's Dragon Breath over here. And since I landed the first Shadow Ball over here, I'll be quickly safe swapping into my Walrein over here to get added on energy. So since I safe swapped into my Walrein, they will be countering it with their defense Deoxys, but defense Deoxys like will be getting outpaced with my Icicle Spheres and Powder Snow. Since I landed both back-to-back Icicle Spheres over here, and they went for the Psycho Boost in this scenario, so I went up to put up my shield in the first place, and let's see what my opponent does in this scenario. So they also invest their first shield for the next Icicle Sphere, and they'll be going for the Rock Slide. So since they are double debuffed onto the attack, I will be coming back up with my own Trevenant over here, and I'll be going for the Hard Farm with Shadow Claw. So they goes for the Psycho Boost once again, and they tried to snipe me down with with their Altaria. So since I am holding on to one shield, I will be shielding up that Psycho Sky Attack, and I'll be again swapping back into my own defense Deoxys in this scenario. So defense Deoxys is really bulky. It can take one Sky Attack fully easily, and I will be getting the Heart Farm with counter, which is really great, because now I do have so much energy loaded onto my defense Deoxys, and they come back with the Araquanid. This is really tough because Araquanid is such a bulky Pokemon in this meta, but since I do have access to Rock Slide, which does have super extra damage because of the partial bug typing on it, but as I've already mentioned, this is going to be a really super close battle because how bulky Araquanid is. So they'll be going for the Bubble Beam this time once again, and I preserve a bit of health and energy onto my own defense Deoxys, because that might be coming as a clutch in the end, to which I'll be safe swapping again, swapping back again into my own Trevenant, which does get the final shield from the Araquanid, and I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb to get the win for the second battle here as well, which is going to be really great. So now quickly moving into the next battle, I pick up a tough lead with Lickitung once again, and I will be safe swapping into my Walrein over here, and they counters me with their own Medicham that is running Power Up Punch. So this is even worse because they will be just boosting their counters over here, which is not very nice for my Walrein, to which I do get the first shield from my opponent because I baited them with the Icicle Sphere, and now I'll be going for the Earthquake this time, which is really nice for me because since they are actually running counter and Power Up Punch, I can easily come back with my own Trevenant over here, because I believe they are running Psychic as well. So to which I let the first Psychic go through, to which it does so much massive damage to my Trevenant over here. So this is not nice because my Trevenant does get low over here, so that is the reason I'll be swapping quickly back into my own Deoxys, defense Deoxys, to which they tried to snipe me down with their Lickitung, but they are not able to do so. And as I've already mentioned, defense Deoxys is so much bulky that it can put so much effort and so much damage output in this matchup with normal type as well that are using Licks or maybe Shadow Claw as well, to which I'll be going for the first Psycho Boost this time, and they comes back with their own Talonflame over here. So for Talonflame, I'll be trying to sack my Trevenant over here and get the final shield from my opponent with a Seed Bomb bait, which I do get over here, and I'll be coming back with my own defense Deoxys once again, getting the knockout for this Talonflame, and they comes back with their very low Medicham, to which I'll be getting to the next Psycho Boost, which I think will be enough to get the knockout for this Medicham, and that will be into a really hefty, sweaty and close battle over here. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. Moving into the next battle, so I pick up a tough lead over here because as you guys can see, this is going to be a Shadow Gyarados, and these Dragon Breaths are really adding up quick. So that is the reason I'll be going for the first Seed Bomb of my own, which does ensure the first shield from my opponent, and I will be opting for the first shield from my end as well, because I don't want to get hit with a crunch over here. To which they baited me with a aqua tail over here, but I am fine with it. And also they catched like caught, beg your pardon, so they caught my own seed bomb over here onto the Dragonair. So for Dragonair, I do have a perfect answer to it, which is going to be the Walrein. So after loading up on energy, I will be going for the heart farm onto this Shadow Dragonair as well, and I do have back-to-back Icicle Sphere loaded for the Gyarados coming back in. To which they let the Gyarados go down, and they comes back with their Citra over here. A big part, this is going to be the Kingdra over here. So I keep confusing in between these names, which is so frustrating. So jumping back into the battle. So I'll be going for the first seed bomb over here to get the final shield from this Kingdra over here, and did through. So I'm hoping that it is going to be the outrage, because the Octazooka have a really high chance of debuffing my attack, which is not really great. So since they went for the outrage over here, I'll be going for the Psycho Boost of my own, which will be enough to get the knockout and get the win for the fourth battle here as well. This is really great. So now moving into the fifth battle over here, I pick up yet again a bad lead with Zangoose over here. So that is the reason I'll be safe swapping into my Walrein, and they'll be forced to safe swap into their Cofagrigus over here, which is really nice for me, because this Cofagrigus would have been a really troublesome matchup rather for my defense Deoxys. That is the reason it is like good to have that in the scenario over here with Walrein. To which I'll be shielding the first Shadow Ball over here, and now they'll be going for the next Shadow Ball, which I do have to shield over here, because that will be have enough damage to get the knockout as well. So I don't want to stay in this matchup with my Trevenant. So that is the reason I load up so much energy onto my Walrein, and I'll be going for the back-to-back Icicle Spheres onto this very classy Zangoose over here. So Zangoose is also a really great core breaker, because it do have access to Night Slash for my Trevenant, along with close combat for my Walrein over here. So that is the reason I got both the shields, back-to-back shields from my opponent Zangoose over here with the Icicle Sphere from Walrein, and that lets my Deoxys and Trevenant to get a free game over here apart from the shields. So that is the reason I went for the first Psycho Boost this time, and now I'll be dipping again into my own Trevenant to get the reset onto my own defense Deoxys, to which I'll be trying to farm down the Nidoqueen over here, which I'm able to do so. Now I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, which does so much damage in this situation as well, and now I'll be coming back with my defense Deoxys. But now, since it's a defense Deoxys, one Night Slash from this Zangoose will not be enough to get the knockout, but one counter will be enough to get the knockout for the Zangoose, and that will be a great game to this fifth battle here as well. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against this Oranguru over here, and as soon as I swap into my Walrein, they also countered me with their Beware over here. So Beware is also kind of a really troublesome pick for this RetroCup, because of the damage from Shadow Claw, like coverage from Shadow Claw, this superpower coverage, and along with Stomp, which is super great for this meta as well. To which I'll be shielding the first superpower in this scenario, and since I got the final first shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice for me, and they will be going for the back-to-back superpowers over here, and since their defense is double stage lowered, so I'll be coming back with my own defense Deoxys in this scenario, to which they comes back with their own Walrein over here. So this might be surprising, because Walrein does take super active damage from counters and rock slide as well, and I hope you guys also know that defense Deoxys does have a kind of good matchup with Oranguru as well, because his counters do add up quickly over here, because it is neutral, as Oranguru is part normal and psychic. So these are going to be neutral counters, and the damage from rock slide to add up really quick, to which I'll be preserving my own defense Deoxys in this scenario, and I'll be coming back with my own Trevenant once again to get ahead on energy. And since I win the CMP tie in this scenario, I went for the next seed bomb, which puts the Trevenant, which puts the Oranguru really low. But since they could foul play me, I do have enough energy onto my because of the farm down onto my own defense Deoxys, to which they comes back with their Walrein and gets the counter down over here, and thus I win the game very comfortably. And now hopping into the next battle and picking up a yet again bad lead against Oranguru. So I believe you guys have noticed that till now for all the battles I have either lost a lead or I am in a neutral situation. That is because I have put all the videos which I got lead losses to showcase the sheer performance from this team in case of lead losses as well. So lead loss doesn't mean that I cannot win the game. So the anchor over here, which is Walrein, does put in so much effort to get back switch advantage and like getting correct alignment onto with the Pokemon. So that is the reason I have put all the bad leads in this video over here, and to show the sheer strength from this team. So hopping back into the match once again, so I'll be going for the back-to-back double debuffed Psycho Boost onto this Nidoqueen over here, now to which I'll be coming back with my own Trevenant over here to get ahead on energy, and I'll be going for the next seed bomb. So now since they comes back with their own Walrein over here, this is kind of a tell that they do have something that is kind of weak to Walrein in the back as well. So that is the reason I'll be letting the Icicle Sphere get the first shield. Like I'll be hopping to I'll be putting out my first shield in this scenario, and they swaps back into their own Oranguru. So and this was a CMP tie, which is even better for me because from this kind of range I can try to get some kind of extra energy with my own Walrein over here, because it is having so much bulk and energy in this scenario, to which I'll be going for the next Icicle Sphere, which I believe was a CMP tie, and now they'll be going for the next Icicle Sphere of their own. So I was actually having having the count onto the energy, to which they recognizes their feet and top lefts the game over here, which is going to be really nice. Hopping into the next battle, which is going to be the second last battle of the video, I pick up a tough lead yet again with Cofagrigus. And the thing with Cofagrigus over here, because it is going to be really tough to get the switch over here, because they will be reaching to the Dark Pulse, the second Dark Pulse ahead of me, because it takes one less Dark Pulse in second time. So that is the reason I took mistake over here, which I do, because I will be shielding up this Dark Pulse over here, which to which I will be getting the they can snipe me down with a Shadow Cross. So that is the reason I preserve my energy and health, a bit of health, onto my Trevenant, and I'll be swapping back into my own Walrein over here. For Walrein, they have a counter as well, which is going to be the Froslass, and since I landed the Earthquake over here for super damage, now I'll be going for the Icicle Sphere, which will be enough to get the knockout for this Froslass, which is really nice for me. And from this kind of range, they can come back with their own Cofagrigus and get ahead on energy. But since they came back with their own Beetle over here, they cannot farm me down with this Poison Jab. So rather they have to take the Icicle Sphere, which indeed get the final shield from my opponent's end, which is really nice because Beetle can only threat me with their own X-Scissor, but it is not that of a good move for this defense Deoxys as well, to which they tried to farm me down and I sniped them with the Bullet Seed, which is really nice. And now from this kind of range, I think they will be going for the Drill Run over here, which will not be enough to get the knockout here as well. Maybe not 2 Drill Run as well will not be enough. So I'll be going for the first Psycho Boost of my own defense Deoxys, which hits for super effective because of the partial poison typing, and I indeed get the win for the second last battle here as well. Really well played to my opponent. GG's. Hopping into the final battle of the video, I pick up a tough lead once again that I've already mentioned with Oranguru. So for Oranguru, I purposely safe swapped into my own safe swapped into my own defense Deoxys because I want to show you guys that defense Deoxys with Oranguru is not a bad matchup. So this confusions are resisted by my defense Deoxys, but I will be hitting for neutral counters over here. So I have to shield up the next foul play over here, and from this kind of range I can really outpace them to the next charge move. So let's see what my opponent does have for me. So they end up shielding the next rock slide over here, to which I'll be reaching up to the third rock slide, so that ensures the final shield or this switch in this scenario. So this is really nice for me because from this kind of range they cannot farm me down with their Froslass, which comes back in. I'll be going for the neutral damage with Psycho Boost, which is really nice because now from this kind of range I can easily come back with my Walrein to soak up the charge move from Froslass. So they'll be going for the Shadow Ball, which does so much neutral damage in this meta, and they will be coming back with their own Gradient. So Gradient is a very tough situation for me to handle because they'll be going for the body slam spam and I'll be going for the Icicle Spheres of my own to get some kind of neutral damage, to which I'll be going for the Icicle Sphere, which ensures the final shield from my opponent, and over here I'll be going for the next Seed Bomb, which will be doing so much neutral damage in this scenario as well. So which is really great because they'll be going for the crunch, but one crunch does not take a Trevenant out from that kind of health. But I'm quite sure that I will be getting the CMP tie. I'll be getting the priority over Gradient over here because Trevenant is so much having so much energy advantage ahead on attack as well, to which now I Shadow Claw the Froslass down to a very low health, to which I'll be coming back with my Walrein, which does have enough energy for Icicle Sphere and indeed getting the win for the knockout onto this Froslass over here, which is really nice and great for this team over here. So now I'll be pausing the video for a few minutes and I'll be sharing my final analysis on this team and the Pokemons individually. So though I'm using a core of Trevenant and Walrein, my anchor over here is Walrein, which is really great for this team. And the closure defense Deoxys, it is so much powerful. So for me, this is going to be the best RetroCup team which I had more wins with, which is really going to be nice. So that will be all for this video and this team. So if you guys are using this team, do let me know how it is working out for you, and that will be all for this video as well. So see you again very soon in the next video with new teams in the RetroCup and some new Pokemons that I have used in the RetroCup as well. So thanks for watching till now and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.